two. I've been a wild rover for many's a year, and I spent all my money on whiskey and beer. And now I'm returning with gold and great store, and I never will play the wild rover no more. And it's no, they never, no, they never, no more will I play the wild rover, and no, never, no more. I went to a little house used to frequent, and I told the landlady my money was spent. I asked her for credit, she answered me nay. Since a custom like yours I could have any day. And it's no, nay, never, no, nay, never, no more when I play the wild rover, and no, never, no more. I pulled out from me pockets 10 sovereigns bright, and the landlady's eyes opened wide with delight. She said, we have whiskies and wines are the best, and the words that were spoken were only in jest. And it's no, nay, never, no, nay, never, no more when I play the wild rover, and no, never, no more. I'll go home to my parents, confess what I'd done, and I'll ask them to pardon the prodigal son. When they forgive me like oft times before, I never will play the wild rover no more. And it's no, nay, never, sing it, no, nay, never, no more when I play the wild rover, and no, never, no more. One last time, and it's no, nay, never, no, nay, never, no more when I play the wild rover, and no, never, no more. Merry month of June, from me home I started, left the girls a tune, nearly broken hearted, saluted father dear, kissed me darling mother, drank a pint of beer, grief and tears to smother, then off to reap the corn, leave where I was born, cut a stout blackthorn I banished, ghosts and goblins, a brand new pair of brogues, rattling o'er the bogs, frightening all the dogs, on the rocky road to Dublin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hot the hare and turn her down the rocky road, all the way to Dublin, Wackful Alley-Ra. In Mullingar that night I rested, limbs so weary, started by daylight, spirits bright and airy, took a drop of the pure, keep me heart from sinking, that's the paddy's cure. Whenever he's on for drinking, I see the lassie smile, laughing all the while, at me curious style, set your heart to bubble and asked if I was hired, wages I required, I was nearly tired, on the rocky road to Dublin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hop the hare and turn her down the rocky road, all the way to Dublin, Wackful Alley-Ra. In Dublin next to Ray, they thought it such a pity to be so soon deprived of view of that fine city. Well then they took a stroll, all among the quality bundle it was sold. In the neat locality something crossed me mind, when I looked behind a bundle could I find. On me sick a woman inquiring for the road, said me Connacht Road wasn't much in vogue, on the rocky road to Dublin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, cut the hare and turn her down the rocky road, all the way to Dublin, Wackful Alley-Ra. From there I got away, me spirits were never fading, landed on the quay. As the ship was sailing, the captain at me roared, said that no rum paddy when they jumped on board. Cabin crown for paddy, down among the pigs, played some funny rigs, danced some arty jigs, walked around me bubble and hop in ollie head, wished myself were dead, but the fire instead, on the rocky road to Dublin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up the hare and turn her down the rocky road, all the way to Dublin, Wackful Alley-Ra. The boys at Liverpool, when we safely landed, called myself a fool. Could no longer stand it, blood began to boil. Temper I was losing, poor old Aaron's Isle. They began abusing her rammy, so says I shall hail the islet by. Galway boys were nigh, saw I was a hobble and with full loud hooray. Joined in the affray, quickly cleared the way for the rocky road to Dublin.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up the hill and turn it down the rocky road, all the way to Dublin. Whack for Lally-ra. Up the hill and turn it down the rocky road, all the way to Dublin. Whack for Lally-ra.
Whack for Lally-ra. Hey!
We sailed away on the 23rd of May. We were boarded by a pleasant crew, all bound for America. Fresh water there we took on board, 5,000 gallons or more, in case we'd run short going to New York from Paddy's green shamrock shore. Well, we sailed 3 weeks, we were all seasick, not a man on board was free. We were all confined unto our bunks, and no one to pity poor me. No father kind, no mother dear, to howl up me head when 'twas sore. Which made me think back to the lassie I left on Paddy's green shamrock shore. Hey! Well, we safely sailed to the other side in 23 days. We were taken as passengers by a man and led around in 6 different ways. We each of us had a parting glass in case we would never meet more. And we drank a health to all Ireland and Paddy's green shamrock shore. Hey! Fare thee well, sweet Liza dear, likewise Derry town. And twice farewell to me comrade boys who dwell on that sainted ground. If fortune should ever favour me, I write to have money in store. I'll go back and I'll wed the sweet lassie I left on Paddy's green shamrock shore. like breaking waves. A drowning man, I was saved by your love, by your power, my sweet Colleen, my finest hour. Now I leave for far away. This could be our last embrace. No one else can take your place. This could be our last embrace. No one else can take your place. I will pray to the mother of exiles, standing tall over Ellis Isle. But I won't forget where I come from. No, the rocky road, the cry of the burren, by the dawn's early light, baby, I must away. This could be our last embrace. No one else can take your place. No, this could be our last embrace. No one else can take your place. Bound to wander into the heartland. The further I go, the closer I am. This could be our last embrace. My only one. No one else can take your place. My saving grace. This could be our last embrace. Baby, no one else can take your place. Keep moving on. Keep moving on. Keep moving on. Yeah. Keep moving on.
angry feeling came o'er me stealing, and the mice were squealing in my prison cell on the old triangle. When jingle jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal. To begin the morning, the screw was bawling, get up, you bowsy, clean up your cell on the old triangle. When jingle jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal. How the screw was peeping, because he lay sleeping, as I lay dreaming of my girl Sal on the old triangle. When jingle jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal. In the name of Jesus, will you increase me wages from £3.50 to £4.10 on the old triangle. When jingle jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal. Down in the female prison there were 75 young women, and it's down among them I wish I did dwell on the old triangle. When jingle jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal, on the old triangle, could go jingle jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal, all along the banks of the Royal Canal. 1, 2, 3. Wish-a-ring-a-ma-doo-da-ma-da. Whack-fall-a-daddy-o, whack-fall-a-daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Hey! As I was going over the Cork and Kerry mountain, I met a Captain Farrell and his money he was counting. I first produced my pistol, then produced my rapier, saying stand and deliver, for you are a bold deceiver. Wish-a-ring-a-ma-doo-da-ma-da. Whack-fall-a-daddy-o, whack-fall-a-daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. I counted out my money, it made a pretty penny. I put it in my pocket and I brought it home to Jenny. She sighed and she swore she never would betray me, but the devil take them with it, for they never treat me easy. Wish-a-ring-a-ma-doo-da-ma-da. Whack-fall-a-daddy-o, whack-fall-a-daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Wish-a-ring-a-ma-doo-da-ma-da. Whack-fall-a-daddy-o, whack-fall-a-daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Now if anyone can aid me, it's my brother in the army, and I'll set up station, be it Cork or in Killarney. And if he'll come with me, we'll go drinking in Kilkenny, and I'll engage he'll treat me better than we Tar and Jenny. Wish-a-ring-a-ma-doo-da-ma-da. Whack-fall-a-daddy-o, whack-fall-a-daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Now there's some they take a light in the hurling and the bowling, and others take a light in the carriage wheels a-rolling. But me, I take a light in the juice of the barley, and courting pretty women when the sun is rising early. Wish-a-ring-a-ma-doo-da-ma-da. Whack-fall-a-daddy-o, whack-fall-a-daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Wish-a-ring-a-ma-doo-da-ma-da. Whack-fall-a-daddy-o, whack-fall-a-daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar.